really tried it. You OD.
I hate this dude so much.
Okay, he really tried it.
We back with the Let It Off podcast, man. Episode 2.
Yo.
I'm here with music insider, producer, contributor of culture, Templeton Wright, and
What's
always,
good?
man, the amazing host of the television show, Kicking It with Simone,
Ew.
journalist and creative guru Simone. We're gonna be talking about hip hop culture, hot topics, and things affecting you and your community
Yes.
to help you get through your week and let off all the bullshit.
Okay.
And you know,
get it.
it's a lot of motherfucking bullshit this
It's
week.
a lot of bullshit going on this week.
Indeed.
Look. We got a lot of things to talk about. One of the hot topics that I feel like we're gonna really focus on today is what's been going on with these luxury brands in our community. Because these motherfuckers is wilding.
Yeah.
They're cooning.
Yeah.
OD
Literally.
cooning.
Shucking and jiving. And I don't want to just focus on that as a talking point because this has happened a bunch of times, but they love everything we do. They love the way that we dress. They love the way we talk. They love our music, food, shit. They in our neighborhoods. And companies blatantly disrespect us to continue to mirror times of pre-segregation and minstrel culture. Gucci's done it. Moncler's done it. Prada's done it. They was wilding in Prada.
Yeah.
Facts.
And H&M, you know, they put the clothes in the washing machine. You
coolest
wear them one
monkey in the
time.
jungle
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, H&M motherfucking did it too. And I'm pretty sure many other luxury designers will also do it. But we got to find a way or speak about our spending power of $1.2 trillion.
Yeah.
And other ways to kind of find out, like, yo, who's black luxury? Who else can we invest in? But we're going to talk a little bit more about that later.
Yep.
Okay.
We also going to be talking about some of the Grammy reactions that
Oh boy.
we just got off from watching the Grammy.
Yo, we was in here
Boy.
bugging out watching the
Yo.
Grammys like, niggas cut off Drake during his
Niggas cut off
during his
Drake.
speech?
You know-
And that-
I almost said performance, his speech. Like,
And he was saying it, right?
that was a
Word.
performance to
And
me,
this nigga
okay?
saying that shit.
And I knew that wasn't God's plan.
Exactly.
I knew it wasn't God's plan.
No.
Grammy said Drake.
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 Yo, they really violated.
Yo, we're going to be talking more
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
But before we do any of that, man, you know, we got to talk about them hot topics with Simone. Simone, what's going on?
Yo,
man?
you already know we got the hot topics this week, so it's a lot of shit going on.
What's going on?
First,
What's going on? Niggas asked you. Fuck.
Chris Brown posted a video of 21 Savage, his XXL freestyle verse, but the audio was replaced with...
Who's 21
like,
Savage?
Don't do it.
21 pounds? Wait, that's not funny.
No.
Why
Why do you always do that?
Wait.
She can never take it serious. Just like Bow Wow got that ass flip. Like,
no,
come
all
on.
right, look. Okay, I'm serious.
All right, there we
Be
go. Deep
serious.
voice.
This ain't nothing to joke
All right,
voice time.
let me rephrase
Real shit
that.
ain't nothing to joke about, though.
All right, dead ass for real. So the audio from the video was replaced by this comedian / rapper named Big Shaq from the UK.
Big Shaq.
Anyway, Offset, I can't with y'all.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Yes, that song.
Minus 1,
Yes.
that's 3. Quick math.
Okay, Offset didn't like the fact that Chris Brown posted that, so Offset made a comment saying memes ain't funny, lame. Chris caught wind of Offset's comment, and that sparked a little,
A little tiff.
yeah, a little tiff.
Just a little tiff.
And he responded very vulgarly and lengthy. He said, "Fuck you, little boy."
Ooh.
Okay, little boy.
Ooh, okay.
That's
Ooh.
mm.
Ooh. Okay. It's getting steamy. I
Fuck
like this.
you, little boy. Better worry about what you got going on and focus on you. All this cap on IG was lame. Your energy wasn't like that when I came to Drake's show in LA. If you don't get your hip hop, hippie to the hip hop, you don't stop face ass out my comments, sensitive ass nigga. Call me personally. You want some clout when all you gotta do is pull up? If you a real man, fight me. Oh, and another thing, suck my dick.
And we was just talking about something like Big Culture.
Suck my dick culture. We were just talking about that.
It's
So
different.
Chris violated.
I gotta retract my statement because I said that suck my dick culture wasn't that, but nah. After this shit, I'm like, damn.
Suck
Yo,
my
like
dick
I said,
culture
suck
is-
my dick is fighting word. That
But
was
not in New York.
clearly Chris
But not
meant-
in New York.
Something else is going on in the other 49 states, but
But I definitely can see that the doctor prescribed that right there for something else. No, that right there, you go in the doctor like, yo, suck my dick that's what he said to me, and he said, "Yo, what's the prescription?" That's a prescription for the beats. The beats.
I can't with the sound effect. Yo, I cannot.
That's a prescription for the beats.
That's what Chris wanted to do to Offset right now.
Yo,
I can't.
But why do niggas keep playing with Chris Brown? He been told y'all he wanted to run it. Like, he been told y'all.
I don't think nobody's playing with Chris Brown.
He told y'all he would take you wall to wall.
Exactly.
Literally. Yo.
Like, he's giving niggas hints, and y'all keep playing with him. Brisk Breezy, Bandana Breezy.
Yo.
Bandana Breezy.
I'm a little shocked, honestly, because I didn't think that, Offset or any of the Migos had a problem with Chris Brown. Y'all mentioned that they had a fight outside of a club, but you know how niggas get into little tiffs momentarily. It's not a long-winded beef. So I'm just...
What niggas are you around?
No. A lot of the times in Hollywood, in the industry, people don't be beefing like that. For
They just
real,
don't be
for real.
saying shit.
You saying like the Meek and Drake
Maybe they
getting
had,
back together and
maybe they
stuff
had
like
one
that?
too
Okay.
many drinks. Somebody said something out of line, apologized later, but that's not something for you to beef about for months and weeks. You know what I'm saying?
The industry's full of fake relationships, man. A lot of people
Very
fake like
true.
each other, and behind each other's back is a whole different story.
Very true.
So it could be the same shit.
Let's talk about how,
we ain't done.
Oh, my fault.
We ain't done.
My
Oh, she
fault.
said,
Back it
hold
up.
up, nigga.
Okay, don't cut
Hold
me
the
off.
fuck up, nigga.
Okay, yes. Anyway, this sparked more outrage from Chris. Chris Brown compared Offset to Pootie Tang and a pimp named Slickback from the Boondocks.
Say the
And
whole
I
thing.
cannot unsee it.
For real.
Furthermore, Offset talked about Chris's troubled past, calling him a cokehead, and saying that Chris chooses his battles only with women because he's a punk, which I thought was a low blow. And also, they had a DM exchange where Chris Brown gave Offset his address and was like, "Yo, you know where I live? Come pull up if you want to shoot the fade." So
That's crazy.
I just hope they squash the beef
This
because
is a lot deeper than it needs to go.
It is.
It was a simple comment, and it seemed like Chris was harboring these feelings for a really long time and just needed one little thing to push him over the edge.
it seems that
What it is social media is the gas. If there's nobody behind it, no social media, nobody to like put in a comment like, "Yo, who's gonna win? Who's gonna?"
Yeah.
I bet you they wouldn't say a word to each other
Yeah.
on everything. Social media is the gas at all situations.
I know. But Chris also brung up Cardi B.
Ooh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he brought up Cardi B saying, "I'm going to send your girl flowers so she know I respect her. I'm disappointed in this nigga as a father. I should have been more in his life so he wouldn't come out a lame-ass nigga."
That's a
Playing-
prescription for
Yes.
the beats.
You playing dangerous games, bro.
Yeah.
Like
For
leave the wife, leave
beats.
the kids. Like
Yeah.
don't touch
Obviously,
that.
he wants to smoke. If you
Because
bring
if
up somebody's
Offset would have
wife,
talked about his daughter,
Son,
oh my.
if he talked about royalty, he would have snapped.
No, let Offset say anything that sounds remotely close to Karuchi. It would have been over. He would have flew to Atlanta, stayed at his house,
Yep.
sitting there with like a bunch of weapons waiting for this nigga.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, united we stand, divided we fall, I swear. I mean, I feel like it's so much. There's so many things that are against us. And the last thing we need to be doing is arguing. So I hope that Chris Brown and Offset, squash the beef. Because I know me personally, I don't like seeing it. I'm a fan of the Migos. And y'all know at home I'm a Chris Brown stan. So I just hope they fix it because it's not cool to see.
Facts. Y'all got too much money to be beefing like this.
Okay?
Some hood shit.
Speaking
Send us some of
about
the money.
money, unity, and other things like that, Jay-Z and Roc Nation joined the legal battle for 21 Savage. So hopefully, that could kind of bring light to the situation. But even though all those memes is going around, I feel like it just brought more notoriety and more media and love to the situation.
Yeah, definitely. I feel as if like meme culture is gonna take control over anything. But at the end of the day, it's still bringing awareness to an unfortunate situation.
Yo, they
Yeah.
meme Stevie. Like, he couldn't even see through all the bullshit. You dig? Like, they meme Stevie.
Oh my god.
Anything can get meme, man.
Yeah, man. I'm really happy about this move, though, with Roc Nation joining the legal battle with 21 Savage, because these things tend to happen to us. Even our most rich and famous stars, like, they're not even untouchable. The long arm of the law is going to get you no matter what. So the fact that they're trying to do something about this, and the fact that even a couple weeks ago they started this whole Reform Alliance where they're trying to change prison reform, it shows that we're really trying to make a justified change.
Right.
And this is the first move that they're doing once the alliance was formed. I'm like, yo, this is a great move. I respect it.
I think that is an amazing move, and I love to see a negative situation kind of turn into a positive situation. So
Absolutely.
seeing Meek have to go away for that time for popping a wheelie on probation, which was nonsense, and him coming out and saying, look, I'm not just going to come out and chill and make mistakes and do things to kind of take this second chance for granted. I'm gonna let other people that's going through the same situations that I'm going through kind of be able to have a light on their situation, be able to have a way to get out of their situation, and be able to reform the same policies and things that was holding me down. So I think that's amazing. Let's give them a hand clap, man.
Beautiful, definitely.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Facts.
Nice.
Moving in a good direction. Anyway, fuck boy R. Kelly.
Just immediately just change the tone from like, yeah. Now we got to give him, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Nah, fuck that.
Outta
nigga.
here.
Fuck out of here with that, my nigga.
Fuck boy R. Kelly announced that he is going on tour and is overseas in Germany in wake of the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly. Yo, and ticket sales are really in a high demand.
Why?
Yeah, boo.
Yes.
And boo.
Do you want to come with me? What was it?
To America.
Did you get your passport?
Okay.
Do you have your shots?
Do you
Yo.
want to come with me?
Yo.
Boy, it's wild.
And
Oh, my
yo, ticket
God.
sales are in a high demand. And the promoters of the show, they moved it from one venue, a smaller venue, to a bigger venue. So originally, the original venue was, I think, MHP Arena, and they moved it to Ratio Farm Arena, which is in New Ulm, Germany. But the original venue held about like 7,200 people, and now this new venue holds about 9,000. So obviously, ticket sales are sparking, and it's in high demand. But I mean, everybody knows what he did. He has not been convicted in a court of law, but we niggas at home, we know what's up. So I'm just confused as to why he's not canceled yet. I mean, he's still under investigation in Georgia. Recently, a Chicago judge limited R. Kelly to only using his studio through business hours 9 to 5, and he was just banned in Philadelphia. He can't go to the city of Philadelphia anymore, or the state of Philadelphia anymore.
What people that have been in situations like this have really been canceled? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Name one that have really been.
They haven't.
And when I say canceled, you can't talk about canceled as somebody's making a $500 payout, like when homie did the joint on the Clippers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
He made almost $1 billion from a $12 million investment. That's not being canceled to me. I made $1 billion from saying something.
Exactly.
True.
That's canceling somebody and them having a financial gain. That ain't really canceled.
But my thing is like, okay, so we know he was dropped from Sony. So how does that affect him touring and using music? Because I'm pretty sure there is some kind of partnership he had with Sony publishing wise. So I'm confused as to how like he's continuously going on as if nothing happened and people are still supporting this man. I'm pretty sure women bought tickets as well. I'm saying, why has he not been canceled?
Why is
he continuing? Can nobody from Sony can stop that?
Not trying to negate, the travesty and the things that he's done to affect women, like, which is a terrible thing. But what about Harvey Weinstein? Why are they still showing his movies? Why are we still watching Paid in Full? Did you know that's a Harvey Weinstein film? Like,
I'm talking about R. Kelly though.
You talking about R. Kelly, but there's so many more people before R. Kelly that haven't been canceled.
But we're talking about present. Is Paid in Full? Are they making a new Paid in Full? No.
I feel like it's a talking point. But what about everything else? I'm saying who, when we say somebody is canceled, has really been canceled.
They have not. But what I'm saying is, why are we not? And as Black people, why are we not using our efforts to make sure that this doesn't go through?
I mean, it's nothing that we
like-
could really do because, like, it's not like he's having a tour in America. He went overseas, so it's not even about Black people anymore. It's just about the world not being able to see the fact that what he's doing is wrong. I feel like within the Black community, it took a really long time, but now we can't deny it anymore.
Yeah.
You put everything in front of our face, and now it's like, get him the fuck out of here. That might not be the same
Do you
overseas.
think Black is a mindset and not, a race anymore? In terms of, like, you see how you just said that? Because we would consider them outside of the country as Black. But they would be like, no, I'm African. They will put nationality before race, even though we are all Black people.
Right.
They will put nationality before race. So people are now putting their nationality as their race.
Yeah.
So it's not an issue that affects them because they don't consider them, I'm not Black, I'm African.
Yeah.
It's they hyphenated themselves, so they're not dealing with the same issues that we're dealing with.
I think Black definitely is a mindset. And the more you really think about it, the more people try and dissect it, the more that we separate ourselves from each other. Because the fact that Black is kind of like unifying characteristic. But it's like, oh, I'm not black, I'm this. I'm not black, I'm that. So in order for you to say like, yo, I'm not a nationality, I'm black, that's you taking the power and realizing like what you truly are. So I think that it definitely is a mindset, and it's kind of sad that it has to be a mindset and it can't just be recognized as something that's like actual factual.
They feel like being black is subservient to a white society.
Exactly.
So they don't want to go through those same issues, the same problems, because they don't have a history that our fathers or forefathers kind of came here and had to, build this country off the whips of their back, sit on the back of the bus, and segregate themselves. So they come here off of the wins that the black people have taken recently and try to benefit off of those same wins, but not try to take heed or show any respect to the people that look exactly like them that had to take the L's when they got here.
True.
And like the history of American slavery is so prevalent that the whole world really knows about it. There are certain places that also come from slavery, but that's not as well known. You have to like really dig into the history books and find that out.
Colonialism.
Exactly. There are a lot of people who are in places where they didn't originate from, all because of slavery. People said, yo, I want to take you, we're going to move you here, we're going to make you do work. Like we know what happened to Jewish people, and I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not really well versed on history, but I know there are plenty of other slaves before us. But the fact that our situation is probably the most recent, it's the reason why we remember it more. So now they try and disassociate ourselves. They try to disassociate themselves with that situation because, my people in particular didn't go through that. But they might have gone through that shit like tens of thousands of years ago, and we all probably came from the same place.
And the reason that they don't know is because when you win a war, you completely forget the history of the losing side.
Exactly. History is written by the victors.
The victors.
Yes.
So if you lost, of course I'm not going to say, yo, y'all was the kings and we just came in there and took over the whole castle. Even though you taught us math, you taught us anything. The only thing that we're going to ever show love to is the Egyptians.
Exactly.
And yeah, they looked white too in the movies.
OD.
You dig?
OD
They were
whitewash.
smart.
No color.
You feel me? Yeah. But Simone, what else has been going on out there?
No,
we
we're not about to move on yet.
Hold on.
Why is R. Kelly not canceled? Yo, we not moving off on this topic.
You know what? You got to ask your sisters because y'all the one buying the concert tickets. So ask them.
No.
Ask your aunties.
Yeah.
My
they got
thing
the towel on his tongue.
It's in Germany.
Wiping his dick and shit. Like,
we not about to just move on to the next topic. No. No, I really feel a way about this.
I wish I had an answer for you though, and I can't justify it.
I don't. I don't know.
I'm hoping R. Kelly gets involved to cancel because
Because do you feel like I feel like it's known knowledge that when you're going to a concert to support R. Kelly, you know what you're going for. You know what he's done. You know what he did.
Exactly.
You're going there and you're putting money in his pocket, knowingly knowing that he's violated all of these women. So it's a decision that you made. They know.
But why is he not canceled? Is because he has
Who
people
said he's
in
not
higher
canceled?
places?
I mean,
clearly not.
Unfortunately, like
If
we
he's
don't
touring?
we don't have a hive mindset, and people have their own perspectives and their own views. So most people you would hope would see this and be like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
He's wrong. But some people see it and they try and make excuses for it. They're just like, what happened to the parents? Or I'm sure it wasn't really that bad. Those girls wanted to be there.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not really holding them against their will or nothing like that.
You just said one of the amazing things I just heard. We don't have a hive mentality. Do you feel like if it was a Jewish girl, that he would have been canceled by the Jewish community?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
There are certain communities that are just like really tight knit.
An Asian girl.
And see, this is where we fall. As black people, we do not stick behind one another.
I like that. A hive mentality.
We need to unify and actually like bring our causes together and actually make it seem like we're fighting for a unified cause. Like now it seems like we're always trying to separate ourselves. Like, oh, I'm not black. I'm from this Caribbean island, or I'm not black. I'm from this state. It's just like, no, like we're all black. Again, talking about the whole mentality thing. It feels like black people tend to do this the most, as in like we try to disassociate ourselves from just being black because there's such a stigma that comes with just being black. So it's like, oh, I'm not black, I'm light skinned. I'm not black, I'm this. I'm not black, I'm mixed. And it's just like
boom, boom, boom.
It hurts our cause.
With that type of situation in the black community, if they want to do that, don't try to come with us when it's cool to be black.
Exactly.
With this, we got to draw a line in the sand. And if you're not down with the black agenda or the things progressively pushing black people, stand on your side of the sand and understand where you are. Because at the end of the day, when you get pulled over, when an issue happens that's affecting your kids, they're going to say you're black.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just think what you said about the hive mentality, as black people, we got to come together and basically like how when somebody attacks Beyonce, we gotta move on them motherfuckers just like a Beyonce fan. Like, be in the comments with it. We at their crib with it. There's death threats.
I'm so glad y'all brought it back to this. This is what I'm saying. Why is he not canceled? Why are we as black people not?
Is he canceled to you?
Yes, he's canceled.
Because what did we just say? Us as black people, they don't consider themselves black.
Exactly.
They're putting their race as a nation. They're putting their nationality as a race. I'm Jamaican. No, you're black. No, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
now.
they're not part of our agenda.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying now?
I just wanted you to answer. That's what I wanted. I wanted two answers. Then we can move on to the next topic.
Did I
got some
get my
spicy shit to
answer
talk
in?
about the next one.
I think so.
I wanted
think,
two
I think you got
answers.
your answer in, bro.
Thank you. Now we can move on. Now,
right.
moving on to more fuckery of the week. You know, we all discovered that Liam Neeson admitted that he had violent thoughts about killing a random black person after he found out that a close friend of his was raped. And actor Terry Crews, basically, in my opinion, came to his defense. He tweeted, "I believe that every person on earth is capable of the greatest good or unspeakable evil. Liam is just describing his fork in the road." Now, that tweet definitely sparked outrage within the black community. And I'm just curious to know y'all's thoughts. Do y'all think that he really meant no harm in his tweet, or you think that he was siding with him a little bit, saying like, oh, you know, Liam didn't mean any harm?
I think that with his situation, I think he told a lot of truth, and it's hard to say. I'm not saying that he's siding with the situation, but I think that we've all had thoughts in our mind to have prejudice, and of course, it's crazy because to have that type of.
But did we say it?
Nah, that's the thing. Sometimes you got to keep your motherfucking mouth closed.
Exactly.
'Cause I be thinking shit all the time in my. I be thinking some wild shit in my head.
People?
Yeah, I was just cursing you out in my head not too long ago, but I ain't gonna tell you what I was gonna say. I ain't even laughing.
Well, I'm laughing.
That
Okay, well,
He said,
you know what,
you out
Tim? We're gonna have to square up after this episode because I feel the energy is
all
different
good.
this
I
episode.
got a prescription for the
So
best.
if you wanna square up afterwards, it feel a little funny, don't it?
I feel you on that. Let's talk about Liam Neeson first and the whole reason why he even came out and said this thing. I feel like his means, he definitely meant to do good with this whole coming out and saying, I did this thing and now I'm trying to change. But I think he went about it at the wrong time, in the wrong way. Because at the end of the day, people are just going to see it as a crime against a black person. You could have potentially killed, or like even worse, like maybe even multiple black people.
Did you hear that
for no
full
reason?
interview?
I did hear the full interview.
Everybody, a lot of people are pulling that joint, that one clip.
Yeah.
But he said, they asked him, how did you get
into
inspired for the role?
Exactly.
And then he was like, that's when I realized that I was prejudiced and sick. Like they keep leaving that context of the situation.
Exactly.
Because it's talking points.
Exactly.
He said what he said.
And
Look,
like
see? Like that.
But here's my thing. Like when I look at this situation, I'm not necessarily 100% as offended as everybody else is, because I kind of see a little bit of value in what he was trying to do.
Yes, massa.
Yeah, I feel as if like what he represents is the fine line, and in this fine line, you have people who might have thought insensitive thoughts about black people, and on the other side of that fence is people who completely hate black people for no reason. And I think that this line right here, that's kind of the line that we kind of need on our side.
No.
I think we need to bring over.
No.
I respectfully disagree.
Listen,
he's not on code. He's not on code.
Do
Do not be an apologist, Terry
let me finish. So, the whole thing that we're trying to do, we're trying to incite change, right? We want white people to see the error in their ways and make changes so that we can all live cohesively. We're going to have to accept the fact that people change in order to live in this cohesive world. There are going to be white people who have had these negative thoughts towards black people that are going to change their mind. And what are we going to do? We're just going to cast them off to the side? We're fighting a battle and we need numbers. At the end of the day, I see him as someone who could potentially fight for black rights, someone who once had negative thoughts that could change the minds of other white people who also had negative thoughts, bring them on our side, and now their numbers are dwindling. Now we have all the numbers, and they have to run and scurry and hide, and now we can actually put into motion what we actually want, which is change, which is why I think that he meant well by doing it, but the execution in itself was just kind of terrible. And honestly, he didn't have to say it, but I understand his reasoning why he felt like he could have said it. But that's kind of my thinking on it. I'm trying to think about it from an open-minded perspective and try and justify. I feel like I did a good job.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. You better clip that motherfucking shit off. Put that as the promo. Because you just changed my mind. I'm about to pause. I'm about to jump down your throat. I'm about to be like, okay. Goddamn, motherfucker can speak like a motherfucker.
You know, I be thinking about these things sometimes. I always try and see both sides.
Hey, but you gotta, at the same time, you can't be an apologist for.
Oh, I'm not gonna be an apologist because what he thought was fucked up. At the end of the day, he could have killed an innocent black person. And
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna try and justify that.
Racist mindset.
Yes.
That was. It definitely
he said
was.
he wanted to kill a random black person.
Yes.
Black people, we have been through so much shit. But have we ever said, hey, yo, I really wanted to... All right, well, maybe some people have. But I'm saying, somebody who's mainstream. You don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z went through shit down the road?
Oh,
did we hear
we
them?
We know Jay-Z went through some shit.
Did we hear Jay say, oh, yo, I really wanted to kill a white person? No. Like, that's just shit you don't say. And the fact that Terry Crews tweeted, and I say again,
and this is a dangerous time.
Every person on earth is capable of the greatest good or unspeakable evil. Liam is just describing his fork in the road. We haven't had shit down the road?
We have.
Period. You're justifying his actions, period.
Well, here's my thing, too. I'm kind of on Terry's side with this one. As well.
Yo, you got it. No. I'm not gonna lie. You're on that line of the thing that we. Hold on. Yeah. Templeton is starting to become on that line of, I don't know if you're on code or not. You saving people that are kind of against us and trying to say like, oh, I was thinking like this and I know it was wrong and I'm gonna apologize, but if your actions show something different, you can't save somebody on the other side. They on the other side. You can't be an apologist because then you on the other side with them. They're going to pull you over, dog.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, how are we going to change things? Like, if that's the issue.
They don't want change.
But we want change.
That's the thing.
We fight the battle alone.
We've always wanted change, and we want change through peaceful ways, and that's why things never change because they never took nothing peaceful.
Right.
Ever. And that's why we keep losing. We keep wanting change instead of making change.
But I kind of feel like if you go about it in that way, you approach a battle with the means to exterminate rather than assimilate. And I feel like the problem with that...
The vocabulary.
Yeah. I feel like...
Never use that word assimilate.
What,
we're not here to assimilate to fit into a culture that's acceptable for them. That's what assimilation is.
No, we're not. I'm not saying that.
Assimilation is to fit in towards the dominant society. So
which is us.
We're not the dominant.
I think we are the dominant society. We just don't realize it yet.
How?
We don't realize the power that we have.
I agree.
As we do.
I agree. No.
In spending
we don't
power.
Realize, right. That's a power, though. We don't realize the power that we have as a people. If we really stuck by each other's side, we would be the dominant race. So I get what you're saying on that.
Yeah.
Now, the other shit, we don't have to talk about that.
Because, like, honestly, look at the culture right now. Anybody who says anything that's remotely racist towards black people or anything that's sexist towards women, we're getting them the fuck out of here. Like, right now, this is the perfect time for us to fight for our cause. So, by any means necessary, right?
Okay.
So... I don't see the issue with bringing and again I don't want to say like we need white people to fight for us in order to like really make them realize that black lives do matter, but in the sense you kind of do. It's weird, and I hate the fact that us just saying it isn't enough. Yeah. So what is it gonna take?
It's like you need that cosign.
It's like
it's gonna take exactly what they do to push their things. It's gonna take us having politicians. That's the thing. You know, we're always talking about voting. We're always talking about, oh, we need politicians that represent us. You know why the other communities get the policies that back their community, the gay community, the Asian community, all of these communities? They pay politicians. They literally fund politicians. I've never seen anybody in my family or personal friends ever be like, yo, I'm going to send money to this politician because he has an agenda for us. What you do as a community, we'd be like, yo, we want an agenda for... police programs to be set up so they're not prejudiced against African Americans, or there's a way that they could come and have programs so they could be around African Americans, so when they're out on the streets, they're not scared by just a kid wearing a hoodie. You dig? And that's an agenda and a policy put in when you say, yo, we're going to back this candidate. For instance, let's say Kamala, right? We're going to back this candidate when she puts an agenda for black people. an agenda for black people, whether they're Republican nor Democrat. Because truthfully, all black people should be independent. I've always voted Democrat my whole life because of like things I've been told by my family and boom, boom. But if a candidate on any side ever put up an agenda for black people, because there's always an agenda for gay people, there's always an agenda for pro this, pro that, no abortions. If there's ever an agenda for black people, that's the side that I'm on.
Okay.
You feel me?
I respect that.
Well,
Thing on that shit.
Well, we gonna
I
can't even get the words out.
On that shit.
Yo.
Yes, Alex.
Speaking more on Liam, Spike Lee actually chimed in, and he actually wanted to cast Liam for a role, but in the wake of his comments, it's quiet for Liam via Spike.
Yo, it's a dangerous time right now, and not even just in the whole MAGA culture things, culture in general, culture in fashion, culture in entertainment, culture and everything. We gotta let a couple things off this week.
Yeah.
Facts,
All right?
definitely.
And one of the things that we're gonna kind of delve into, is gonna be the heart of the episode, is the blacker the berry, the harder the truth. And we gotta kind of just come to the truth, man. We think that they love how we dress, how we dance, how we talk, the music, and our neighborhoods. But we gotta kind of say the truth. They don't.
Yeah.
They love everything we make and do, but they don't love us.
Very true.
They don't see us as equals.
They don't even see us as customers, honestly.
Yeah,
We're not their major clientele.
But like I said earlier, Gucci's done it, Moncler's done it, Prada's done it, H&M's done it, and many more luxury designers will continue to do it. And it's the same thing over and over again. It's not like a new racist thing. It's minstrel. And I feel like people don't understand how dangerous minstrel images and minstrel history is in the black community.
Definitely.
You feel me? Like, minstrel images is so dangerous because they're like pre-Civil War images that basically paint us as like unintelligent, angry, wife beating,
uneducated,
poor, beggars, and it literally was the top art form for America. That's Googleable. The top art form and most money making asset and entertainment from 1860 to 1960s, where they even had black actors having to kind of start their careers with blackface on.
That's some fucking bullshit.
And that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And they would feel like the black actors were worse because they couldn't act as bad. They couldn't act as dumb or stupid as the white actors.
Wow.
You know, it's getting even crazier now because with the whole minstrel culture that continuously comes up in fashion, it comes up in politics, it comes up in news. Megyn Kelly recently was fired because she said that she didn't see anything wrong with blackface. And then they try to do this rhetoric where it's like, well, they could do whiteface. No.
Yeah. How the fuck we gonna do whiteface?
Do you understand the history of blackface?
Yeah. Honestly, like it stems from a deep hatred of black people. I was reading up on this whole menstrual thing, and they were talking about how they think it's based out of fear, it's based out of curiosity, and it's based on a few other things. Like white people are just so interested in black people to the point where they wanted to make them the top form of entertainment. And it's just like, why is it that you hate us so much and you treat us so badly, but yet you're so fascinated with everything that we do?
And trying to be
Right.
us.
Like, where do you even adopt that kind of mentality? Where it's like, yo, I like the fact that I like the way that you guys look, I like the way that you guys dress, I like the way that you guys do this and do that, I like the way that you guys spend money in all of our brands, but we don't want to be you. We don't want to fight for your causes. We don't want to help you assert your place like in community and actually have a safe place where you can actually feel like it's okay to be black and not have to worry about all these things that we have to worry about.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy to me.
And the craziest thing is, like I keep saying, it comes up over and over again since 1860. Like, we keep saying, oh, it was an accident. Oh, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Don't ever think this is not a plan. This is not 30 white people in a room that have to sign up on something. This is strategically trying to show that we know that this hurts our customer base as African Americans. We want to continuously let you know that you're subservient to us, so we're going to paint images that we know that you invest in, so we can let you motherfuckers know that you would never be equal. Even in entertainment. even in entertainment, man. And it's sad because I really love this person. I watched them on the late night. I watched all their skits, man. Jimmy Kimmel, they pulled up some footage of him doing a impression of Karl Malone, and it's a terrible impression.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It is a bad impression.
The Jimmy Fallon one, he kind of had Chris Rock on point, but I didn't
honestly,
like the things he was saying.
Nah, he did. Like it was a really good impression, but like it was
It's too
just
dangerous.
It was cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like watching that clip, I was like, this is
Let's hear
funny
some
at
what
all.
Jimmy Kimmel said, man.
Let's listen.
This is him in blackface.
Sometime at night, Karl Malone look up in sky and say, what the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.? Karl Malone read on TV about white people getting deducted by aliens, sticking all kind of hell up their butt. And that's a damn thing. Now, Karl Malone never seen no flying saucer himself, but if he do, that's going to be a spooky time. That's what...
Do you understand how dangerous this shit is?
To me, it sounds like slave talk.
It is slave
sound like
talk.
Yeah.
Master said, like,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what they are. That's
exactly
why it's
what they
so
were doing back in the
dangerous.
day.
They know what they doing. They know that they got Dapper Dan there. Look, Spike Lee said one of the most amazing things about the Gucci thing. He's been having some good talking points this week. Spike Lee said, "I'm not fucking with them." He didn't say like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this shit." He said, "I'm not fucking with them until they have inclusion where they can have some black people in the room and be like, yo." Nah, we ain't doing that shit.
Black
Y'all-
designers,
Yo,
yeah.
get that shit. First off, get that shit out of here because y'all stole that from that black designer 20 years ago. Anyways, cornballs. You feel me? Inclusion will stop all of this fucking fuckery.
Yeah. One black person in the room can change a lot.
A lot.
Tone,
Are you
yes.
serious? Like, there's no like, and it gets to a point where
The
it's
right
just-
black person. Let's say
Exactly.
that.
right
Yeah,
black
okay, the
person.
right, like,
It just gets
absolutely.
to a point where it's just like there's no way with everything going on in the media and all these other companies that are getting backlash for all these insensitive and racist products that they put out. How could you not see the fact that this baklava with the red outlining around the mouth looks like fucking a caricature of like the Jim Crow cartoons and shit? How could you not know that?
And they know that because they're purposely making all of these same characters exactly the same, smiling with red lipstick.
Yeah.
They smile because they were very fearful of black people. So one thing that they would do in minstrel culture is make you continuously smile in the show so you can feel like you're happy. And not even trying to paint it, but it's true. If you ever Google Louis Armstrong, he was always smiling as an entertainer at that time to be
Yeah.
accepted.
That's crazy, man.
It's letting you know that they still see us as subservient. And we invested in these brands because truthfully, these brands make us feel like, you know, white people think this is luxury and they could barely afford it.
Right.
So if I'm Uchi Gucci Doochie Moochie down to the feet, you feel me? I'm not subservient anymore.
Exactly.
I'm on the same level or even more higher class than a white person. And that's why we investing in these. That's a slave mentality because we came from nothing when they saw us as nothing.
You're
And
right.
it's a shame because like it's honestly like everything that's happened. The reason why I think black people invest so much money into these designer brands is because black people didn't really have a strong sense of wealth. And like, how can we? Like, we've been slaves in this country for like damn 400 years. And like now you put us out there, you expect us to make something of ourselves.
Yeah.
So how do we show that we're of money? You buy things that
buy
look like they're
luxury.
worth money.
Yep.
You buy designer shades. You buy nice shoes. You buy nice suits. You buy big house, flashy car. And it's just like, this is all because of what happened. Like, however so many years ago. How long ago was slavery? When was slavery abolished? Like
1861.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact date, but from
I wasn't
then,
good in
65,
social
69.
studies.
yeah, and then so now we have
65.
this little tiny bit of window, right here, out of the entire history of the United States. And you're complaining about, oh, black people are lazy. Black people, they don't
Yeah.
really have anything.
stigma.
They don't have any wealth. So it's like, yo, you think that I don't have wealth? You think I don't have value? Let me show you my value, which is why we have people buying all these Gucci belts and everything like that, just to showcase that, yo, I have money, I'm worth something.
Just to fact check, that was 1863. That's
1863.
The proclamation. So
Word.
my bad about that.
Oh, no, we're good.
One more thing before we get out of this segment. Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Hey, let's hear this Chris Rock impression with full blackface on, man. If y'all have a chance, really look into this and really look at Jimmy Kimmel blackface, Jimmy Fallon blackface. And I love both of these guys. I look at their show. I feel like they give amazing platforms to hip-hop artists. It really disappoints me to see this. And this was acceptable in the 2000s.
Yep.
They know what they're
and it's
doing.
just not surfacing.
They know what they're doing. They continuously do that. They want to. One of the things that I was watching about minstrel culture, they were like, it was a black interviewer, and he was like, I think that we should just put this in our past and kind of just forget about it and move forward so we can, have new. And she was like, put this in our past. She was like, when you stop looking at history, that's how shit gets done again.
Facts.
And that's why it keeps getting done again, because you grew up in school, you never learned nothing about minstrel culture.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Even though in 1960 it was still on TV as one of the top forms of entertainment.
Even in cartoons. Like, I saw a cartoon with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd in blackface.
Yep.
I'm like,
What?
Yo, they have this new exhibit, 90-year exhibit for Mickey Mouse in LES right now on 14th Street.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Yes. Disney is one of the most racist people ever.
I mean, we knew, yeah.
Yo,
Yes.
what? He had the Pete. You remember Pete from a Goofy movie? That's why they don't use that character. Like, he was one of the most racist characters in cartoons. Walt Disney was a devout racist. Walt Disney was in cahoots with Nazis. Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse, man, it's sad to say because motherfuckers used to love Mickey Mouse. That black and white Mickey Mouse, that's a bad motherfucker right there.
You don't want to fuck with him.
You ain't see him chewing up all of them watermelon teeth. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Nah,
but
I'm
this
laughing 'cause I actually saw
this
it.
is what
What you talking about?
Jimmy Fallon used to, and you look at Fallon as a funny mother. Come on, guy, like the Roots.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, nigga, the Roots. He knows what the Roots.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Where is he? Man, oh man, read this book. I've seen Who Wants to Be a
sound
Millionaire,
effects.
and guess what? Not a lot of black folks on the show. Right. Not a lot of black folks on the show. You know why? Because black folks don't like to answer questions. Oh, they want to be millionaires, but you got to ask that kind of questions like, in 1981, how many grams of crack did Rick James smoke when he recorded Super Freak?
Wow.
Blackface is dangerous.
It is. It definitely is.
Man. But we do have $1.2 million in spending power. And I think that it gave an amazing light to some of the situations that we can go through and some of the changes that we can make. I love what T.I. said.
Away from putting logos on their shit because they knew that's what we wanted back in the 90s, early 2000s. You couldn't hardly find no shit with no Gucci print on there. You know what I mean? Now, because we buy more of their shit than Italians do, than the French do, than the British do. Now they want our business somewhere. They went and got Dapper Dan to become a designing consultant. And still they coming with the monkey shit. Still they coming with the disrespect. Listen, man, I don't know how many of y'all know this. Our consumer base is the strongest and the largest consumer base in the world. $1.25 trillion.
Yep. Hip hop influence.
Exactly. But it don't happen unless we have that hive mentality. So,
Yes, we have to come together.
And this
unify
goes
cause.
back to every point we've talked about how black people, we need to stick together. Basically.
But
What it comes down to.
let's talk about the Grammys though, man.
Yes. Let's lighten shit up.
Lighten the shit up a little bit.
And we got our music contributor and specialist, man, Templeton. You can check out the For You by Temp playlist.
Most
For you
listen-worthy.
from Temp.
Okay, I'm
playlist.
just
There we
fucking
go.
everybody's shit up today.
Yeah.
Jumping
It's
it with
all
Simone.
good, man.
Okay.
All right. So, commonly referred to as music's biggest night, the 61st annual Grammy Awards just aired on February 10th. We all watched it together. It is considered to be the most prestigious awards ceremony for artists and musicians. Artists like Beyonce with 22 awards, Stevie Wonder with 25, Jay-Z and Kanye both tied with 21. The Academy has decorated and celebrated some of our best and brightest stars. Let's get into some overall thoughts. What did you guys think about the show?
I thought it was and I love her as a musician. I love her as a person. I thought some of the transitions for the skits and the speaking joints that like transition.
Yep.
Like they were showing cameramen in the scenes. And,
Production. You mean.
A lot of production errors.
Yeah.
and she wasn't, I don't even want to say it, man, but she wasn't transparent through the film, like through the camera. Alicia.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Alicia Keys,
yes,
the host.
I just want to
yeah.
spread light, love, and energy to the performers because music. Her and cringy ass Lady Gaga with that finger.
Yo.
That fucking finger.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she was reading or just trying to wing it. And she had like these weird kind of like head motions and stuff. Like, let's go with Grammy.
I think it's because she was next to the sister. She was trying to sister it up. Like,
You think she was trying to be
It's like,
down?
no. Yeah. And like, when Lady Gaga came out, I thought Alicia Keys wasn't doing it for me. But once Lady Gaga came out, I was like, I don't think she should ever speak on a microphone again unless she's singing. Because that shit was terrible.
it was.
With all people, the world, us. What, nigga?
Well,
What kind of bootleg ass Def Poetry Slam is this shit?
I don't know what she was
Alicia
doing.
Keys, she killed her little performance. Sis had two
The
pianos
double-
side by side.
Yes.
She
That's
killed
what we want to
it.
see you doing.
Killed
Yes,
it. Period. Alicia
Yes.
Keys killed it.
What'd you
love
think
that.
about her
Cardi
as a
B's
host?
segment.
performance. I mean, her host. I mean, she has hosted before. I mean,
What'd you think about her host?
her hosting skills were okay.
You trying
were
to
okay.
say people lying.
They
You,
were
you gotta
okay.
buffer it with like, she's done
They
this
were
before.
okay.
And
She
her
didn't
performance
bomb.
She didn't bomb.
No.
she got better as the night progressed, I feel. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if she still, because like there was a point in time where she got on stage when she put on that black hat, and I'm like, is she drunk? She's trying to hide her eyes. Her eyes
Could
was
it
a
be
little low.
nervousness?
She was like, yeah, I'm low. Like, Swiss was like, yo, take this. Take some Douce or whatever.
Yeah.
And she took a
Sis
sip,
killed
and then
her
she
performance, though,
finally
period.
just kind of loosened up and shit. Yeah, actually, talking about performances, which ones were your favorite performances?
Cardi B, hands down.
Cardi B?
That feather little,
I'm not gonna lie,
hip
that was
rap.
a little sexy. I'm not even gonna
Yes.
front. We saw Offset
I
in
feel
the
like she
crowd. He
brought
was
us-
Tongue
trying
out.
to get
She
a-
brought us back to the club in a professional way.
Yes.
Definitely.
Cardi B's performance,
yeah.
fire.
I like it like that.
Yes,
I like
surprise. Like honestly, I didn't know what to expect from Cardi because I'm still one of those people who feel as if she's not really gonna be here in a couple of years.
You're bugging.
But she's
She'll
really
be
been,
here.
I mean, that's honestly my opinion. But
Why?
I don't know.
Shit getting heated this week.
There are certain things about artists that you could just see, and it's just like, yo, they're gonna be here. Like when you see like J. Cole, you see artists like Kendrick. Those are artists that are gonna be here for a long period of time. I don't necessarily see that in Cardi.
What?
I feel like
Why
her.
not?
I feel like her,
Her
future
presence is
I mean,
huge. Her
I
delivery
feel
is
like,
huge.
no pun intended. I feel like her future is gonna end up like Future, where you
Nigga,
get to
Future's
a point.
still here.
Future
popping
is
as ever.
Future's falling off, my nigga.
How?
His sales are not doing that good.
Have Future sales ever done good?
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
Future has always been a mixtape artist that went on tour. Like, he might have had one record. He had DS2 that did good. Like, Future is not going to give you crazy numbers. He's going to give you crazy concert numbers. We're going to go to all his shows because we take Future's music because he gives us so much mixtapes.
Yeah, but he's still one of the most prevalent artists that we have
his
in
last
hip-hop
album did
today.
like 80,000 first week.
Yo, I'm still
100,000
stuck on
first
how
week.
Tim said he don't think Cardi gonna be
You
here.
bugging out.
I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Like, I don't see the star quality. Like,
that-
I see the good music, I see the production behind her, and I see why people like
Hold
her.
on.
But
You don't see the star. You don't see the star power and everything like that, right? For a long-lasting star.
Yeah.
it's okay. You sound like DJ Self. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna miss a bag.
listen, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to eat my words. But like, I just don't see it. But she's been proving me wrong and wrong again. Like, her artistry has really started coming up, especially with that Money video and then the performance that she did tonight. Like, in the beginning, there wasn't any production value. Like, I didn't see the vision of an artist. I saw someone who just wanted to make music just to make music and be popping. But now it seems as if like someone is behind her. Like, yo, we need to make sure that she's in the game and that she stays. Someone is behind her pushing and making sure that that train is still running. So now I'm like, maybe depending on how the second album is, if it's completely the same as the first one, then I'm still gonna feel as if like she might not be here. But if I see some sort of evolution in the music and like she actually has something to really say, then I'll be like, yo, she really changed my mind. Because I've been wrong plenty of times with certain artists that I thought weren't going to be here. And this could be one of those scenarios.
I think it's gonna be one of those scenarios. Honestly.
It's all good. But any other performances stuck out to you? Like, for me, surprisingly, my favorite performances were all like the country performances, like that Dan and Shay song,
yeah.
the Tequila song.
That
yeah, that
shit
tequila
was
song
lit.
was fire.
The
Fire.
Dolly Parton performance
Yes.
was
Nah, that
lit.
wasn't
You didn't like that one?
Dolly Parton.
You didn't like that one?
Nah, you was
I
reaching.
thought it was it.
First of
And-
all, the people on stage didn't even look like
They ain't even the words. Yeah, you chat.
Dolly was
wasn't-
the
I
only one.
She was the only, but
There
she killed
he
that
go
shit
again,
though.
getting close to that line.
No, not even.
Nine
Like, she
to
killed that
five.
shit though. Like, Dolly killed that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody else, and surprisingly, Miley killed. Even though I don't want to give her any credit because she's one of those people who leashed off hip hop and tried to discredit it as soon as she was done with it. But I got to give credit when credit was due. She actually did a good job up there.
I don't think hip hop even sees the Grammy as something that you want to aspire to anymore.
I think so. I think they do because
was Ye in the building? Was Jay in the building? Was Diddy in the building?
I mean,
was Nas in the building?
If they was in the building, the camera would have definitely
the camera wasn't
them.
on them. But like, I think the fact that we're still fighting for black music to be properly represented in the Grammy shows that we still care.
The Grammy Academy is like 68 or 69. I think that's the Oscar. But it's probably the same numbers around there. Let me don't quote me on that, but we don't have a high representation. So the Grammy it's not something that the people or popular vote goes off of. It's what the people in the Academy know.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I'm a 72-year-old white man that's been in the Academy for 50 years, I don't listen to hip hop. I only do jazz orchestra. But I heard Macklemore on 10 commercials for thrifting. Yeah, that's the only person I know I'm checking Macklemore. So why are we looking for the acceptability of somebody who grew up in times of segregation to be accepted to a music and an art form that wasn't even accepted or allowed on TV 30 years ago to this date?
Yes.
At the Grammys. Fuck them.
Exactly, and that's my thing. But I think still a lot of artists, they grow up and they see all these musicians with all these awards, and it's just like, oh, I want to aspire to be that. We don't really have another award to give them. It's like either the Grammys or what else?
You're right.
I think that's the thing that you just said right there. What is something that we can equate that? It should be like this. All artists in hip-hop, if you've ever been a signed artist, no matter if you made it big or not, should start their own academy and vote on what they think is hot. And that's when we could start getting realistic and true awards for people who come out with art projects that year.
Yeah, I love that. Because if you're just constantly trying to win a white person's award, it's just like, what's the point?
It's like you put it on blackface.
Yeah, you just keep putting value in this thing. Like, why do we care so much? Like, they don't really care. Honestly, like, I was looking into the history of the Grammys and rap music and how they didn't even want to televise the first
30 years to this date.
30 years to this date. They didn't want to televise the awards for Best Rap Album or Best Rap Song. Yep. That who ended up winning? Will Smith ended up winning that, right?
Jazzy Jeff.
And they ended up boycotting the awards because they didn't want to televise it, and they felt that black music was that important. And even beyond that, there have only been 2 albums that ever won Album of the Year that are considered rap albums. That's Lauryn Hill and Speaker Box to Love Below. Outside of that, the Grammys have been around for 61 years. Within that time frame, how much black music has impacted the culture, has really moved us and shaped us, you know? Black music is the wave. And honestly, they don't see the importance of black, and why would they? They're old white men. They don't listen to our shit. They don't see what's happening outside, which is why I really agree with your point and why we should come up with our own system, our own merits, and give credit to ourselves instead of like looking for acceptance from other people.
Exactly.
Know what I mean?
Well,
just like what Drizzy has said.
But
yeah, we started shitting on that though.
Yeah.
Let's get into these artist awards.
Yes, definitely. So commonly referred to as the Big Four. Bless you. These are the most important categories of the night, and these include Best New Artist, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Record of the Year. Let's talk about Best New Artist. Dua Lipa actually ended up winning over artists like her, Chloe and Haley, Georgia Smith, BB Rexha, and a few others who I'm not really that familiar with. How do you guys feel about Dua Lipa winning Best New Artist?
I can't speak on her. I don't really know her music.
I know like
I was
2
there
songs.
for the hip hop.
Yeah, I know. I like New Rules, but I don't know what else is there.
I mean, New Rules was a very mainstream song.
It was a huge
so
song.
I could see how she won the award, but her,
I wanted her to win, honestly.
yes,
I ain't gonna lie.
her should have
for her.
definitely taken that award home.
Yes.
I thought BB Rexha was gonna win.
Really?
Really?
She's one of the top songwriters of our generation.
Yeah, but is she
she's
new?
not that recognizable.
She's new.
No, she's been in the game for a long time, right?
She's not a new
You
artist.
said BB Rexha's not recognizable?
Not right now.
I think so.
I mean, because like we know, like we're in media, so like we know who BB Rexha is, but like to like the average white man that's walking around in Target, he doesn't know what the fuck BB Rexha is. He might have heard the song once or twice. So
Very true.
That's the only reason why I didn't give it to her. And I kind of figured that Dua Lipa would because that song was just massive.
Yeah, it was.
Even though in my heart I wanted her to win, I kind of knew that Dua Lipa was going to win that shit.
And Dua Lipa songs are in commercials and everything. So
Exactly.
she's very
That's the
mainstream
same thing she was talking about earlier.
Artist.
Like it's like seeing songs in commercials and shit. So next was Song of the Year. For those of you guys who don't know, Song of the Year is based on your songwriting capabilities. So it's all about that. If you performed the song but you didn't have a hand in writing it, you don't win an award for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So these nominees were
all writers of it too.
These are I didn't name the I just named the artist.
Okay.
But we had All the Stars by Kendrick and SZA, Booed Up by LMA, God's Plan, Drake, In My Blood, Shawn Mendes, The Joke, Brandy Carlisle, Shallow, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, The Middle by Zedd, and they all got edged out by surprise to me. This Is America, Childish Gambino.
I thought
that's crazy.
Plan had it, but
That's crazy to me. It's just like I felt as if like it's definitely warranted. Like this record was amazing to me. I felt like the writing, the production on it was just really dope. But it's sad. Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, "Yo, is this the Grammys doing what they normally do and they're playing catch up?" And they're trying to show that they're like down with the culture and they're pandering. Because This Is America is a song about black injustices.
Yeah.
So what better song to prove that, we're aware of what's going on in the country than a song about, black injustice.
True.
And it's sad that I couldn't even give Childish Gambino that credit because I'm just like, is this real? Is it really real?
Yeah.
Or is it just a way to show us that, we care about black music, even though we really don't care about black music. We just want you to show you that we care about black music so that you guys don't get outraged.
so we don't get an Oscar so white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot
We
of
know
these
about y'all. We know about y'all.
And like this year, there were a lot of black nominees. Surprisingly, they even changed some of the rules up a little bit. So for Record of the Year and Album of the Year, they normally only do 5, but I think they did something this year where they could bring in more nominees, and they had 8 for each one. And most of them were actually predominantly black. Like even with Record of the Year, I think 5 out of the 8 songs are from black artists.
Yep.
So I guess they're trying to showcase or trying to make change.
The
Do
diversity.
you guys think that this change is actually genuine, or do you think they're just doing it to show that they're kind of cool? Or
I
they're down?
can't tell what's genuine, what's not
Yeah.
genuine anymore. Because you think that they're accepting you in the culture. Because once again, we trying to assimilate. I like what the game said. He was like, "Yo, we're looking for acceptance, and go stand in a room looking like a bunch of penguins." It's mad funny because he said, "You looking for acceptance to go stand in a room looking like a bunch of penguins with people that don't know anything about your music or care anything about your story."
That's absolutely true.
And I used to look. I ain't gonna lie. I used to set my background as Grammys, and that was up until like a year or 2 ago.
Well, I think that everyone that has been nominated in this category, it's well deserved. I mean, all of their songs are mainstream. But as far as winning Record of the Year, I do agree to what you were saying, Temp, how I feel like, because honestly, for me, I definitely thought Cardi B was going to get it for I Like It, just because the song, like again, the song is so mainstream, you hear it everywhere. But I do see to how they are trying to possibly cater to us by giving us This Is America based off of what the song stands for.
Yes.
Black injustice.
Exactly.
So,
and
I agree.
This Is America won for Song of the Year and Record of the Year. So Record of the Year is about the performance, the engineers, the producers. That's who's credited for that. So that ended up winning both of those. And Album of the Year, we had a lot of great nominees: Black Panther soundtrack, Invasion of Privacy, Her. We had Drake with Scorpion, Dirty Computer, Janelle Monáe. But they both all these nominees got edged out by Casey Musgraves, an artist who I've never heard of before.
Country singer.
But as soon as I saw that name, I was like, she won.
He did say that.
I said that shit. I was like, yo, she won. I said
He
it out
said,
loud.
"Yo, she just sound like too not known. There's something different about her."
Exactly. I'm just like,
But you
because
wasn't
I don't
outraged
know-
about it.
I wasn't outraged. I'm just like, honestly.
Like that Kanye Beck year.
Exactly. Like I recognize all these albums as great albums, and this year was definitely a good year for black music.
Yeah.
So I wasn't pressed. I mean, it would have been dope to have like another black
Panther.
artist win Album of the Year. Like a Black Panther soundtrack won Album of the Year. You know how dope that would be?
what?
But at the end of the day, like if we don't win the award, then I'm not pressed on it.
Yeah.
Her is still my favorite album out of everybody here because I thought the way that she writes and just the kind of the artistry that she has, she's had an amazing 2 years, and I'm glad that she's finally coming to the spotlight. And I'm looking forward because like all of us are going to her concert on Thursday on Valentine's Day, and that shit's gonna be lit as a motherfucker.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all of our takes on the Grammys. Anything else you guys want to chime in on?
I just want to say how First Lady Michelle was looking glorious when Alicia introed her to the stage. Can we talk about First
She
Lady?
took the shine.
Okay?
She took the shine. She did her thing.
First Lady
Definitely.
and Jada glowing. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, she had to
Black
make
women.
up for whatever
Yes.
Lady Gaga was doing up there
Exactly.
because she was.
It was like from blank to. But
That's crazy.
just to leave on some things, man. You know, I want everybody to go into the comments of the Let It Off podcast, and I want to leave y'all with. I want y'all to put at least three black luxury designers,
Yep.
just so we could
Yes.
see what to look into.
Yes.
So we
Three-
can buy black.
Yes.
3 black luxury designers. I know one is
Exactly.
Monet, but I need 3 black luxury designers so we can start investing in some fire shit. Cause we make the culture, we make shit hot anyways. Dapper Dan was really the reason why niggas started rocking with Gucci again. Cause you know, it kind of slowed down for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, do that. Rehay on the Let It Off podcast. I go by the name of Alex King at Alex King DNA.
Yes. And it's your girl, Simone Dixon. You can follow me on Instagram at _first.
Oh, God.
I am Simone.
We gonna change
_ Yes.
We changing that soon.
We're not changing
Or
it.
if you don't want to type that in, just go into our bio and click on it because I know typing _ twice is a lot. You can follow me. I go by the name of Temp, also known as Templeton, on Instagram for you from Temp. Make sure you guys check out my playlist. I'm gonna big up Late Night Wine, actually. Slow tempo R&B playlist. If you want to get in the mood with your lady, make sure you rock out with that shit.
Okay.
All right.
And I know shit got heated this episode, so let us know in the comments how y'all felt. Was Alex in his feelings this episode?
Everybody's gonna be on Alex.
Was I
Everyone's
in
gonna look
my
at me like I'm
feelings?
crazy. I feel like everyone's
Was
gonna look at me
Tim
like,
like
what the
you.
fuck is wrong with
overreacting?
They like your ass.
I don't know. Maybe I might
Temp
change
was
some
the
minds.
level-headed
It's because
one.
I don't have a beard. That's what it is.
No, like
gotta grow your
you
shit
think
out.
a lot, like deeper.
You
Like
got a
when
little-
you stroking the beard, it's just like. I feel like I could reach all the far ends of the universe when I do this.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
y'all with
y'all.
letting it off.
Absolutely.
Peace.